Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. I'm Heather and we come to you live each and every day. So you learn more and more about Luminous, what we have to offer, and we come to you several times during the day, and I put the hours below so you can see all of those and memorize them. But we are on at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4, Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday, we're on at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So plenty of time to see and hear Luminous. You're also able to ask questions as we go along and get real live answers in real live time. So we do go over the basics, and then we also show you other products. And so I always like to go over each time I'm on to show you what the starter kit looks like, what you want to do with it, all of that, because it's so important. I know that a lot of you maybe have received it, waiting on it, ordered it, haven't opened it, but this is what your starter kit looks like. This is the icon. And then it does have, comes with 2 bottles of foundation, and that's so you can practice and color match 365 days a year. That's the great thing about Luminous is all the products marry together, and so you are able to have that perfect shade match all year round, which is very, very cool. It does come with a bottle of Love and a bottle of Blush. Now we are going to go over that, but Love is a little bit of a kind of a luminosity. It has a little bit of a luminosity to it. And so you'll have a little, I don't even like to say shine, but it will grab the light a little bit. And then the blush is super high pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way. You don't have to use much at all. And then let's go over right here as I'm taking my makeup off. When you get it, the biggest thing is to get it out of the box and just feel the air. It already comes put together. So the only thing you're doing is putting on the, or plugging in the power cord. And so when you're sitting there with it on and just feeling that air, that's practicing, because keep in mind, wherever you feel that air is where the makeup's going to go. Yesterday I did eyeliner with my system, and I've never done that before, but I concentrated on where it was pointing, like where I could feel it. And so doing it that way, you could also put water in here and just feel how the water is going to feel on your face. Make sure you keep that stylus moving. Make sure you keep it about 4 finger widths away from your face, and barely pull back on the trigger, because this is not traditional makeup. So you're not applying it the same way. So make sure that you're pulling back super, super light. One thing that Renee does a lot is she shows you on a piece of paper. I don't have any paper up here. I'll bring one next time. And I can show you that as well. Practicing on a piece of paper, you're able to see it. And because when you're putting it on, you shouldn't see it. And so sometimes that helps when you're doing it. So something to think about when we're doing this. Hello, Candy. How are you? Hello, Patty. Connie, good to see you. Hello, Tamberly, good to see you as well. So when I do the noon, I always like to do the naturally nude at noon, and just do a very easy, just starting out to do airbrush and getting that, kind of getting that feel of it. Because guys, we don't have to put on a full face of makeup all day, every day. And so there are days that maybe I want to look presentable. I don't want to scare young children, but you know, I just need to even out my skin tone, maybe put some color to my face, and then go. And so you can achieve that. I can get my coverage. I can do all of that with the products that we send you in your starter kit. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to get my Love out. I'm going to get my blush out. And then I'm going to get my foundation out. I'll use this one. I'm going to shake them up. Make sure you do shake them up. This is water and mineral based, so there will be some separation If they're products that you don't use every single day, make sure you shake them up. We want to make sure that you can hear that BB in there. The luminizers are a heavier pigment, and so you do want to make sure that you shake those until you hear that pigment. If the BB is stuck, you can turn it upside down and hit it on the cabinet like that, and that sometimes helps that BB get moving. And helps you a little bit. So hello, Amber. Good to see you. All right. So I'm going to start with blush. I am going to only use what's in your starter kit, the Love, the foundation, and the blush. And what I want to do is show you, I'm going to actually use shades 3 and 5 with the foundations. And then I'm using blush first. And I do blush first because it actually helps, because, I mean, we tell you guys like, oh, it's so high pigmented. It blooms. So if you put a lot of blush on, it's going to, you'll look a little cray-cray. I'm just going to tell you. And so doing it first, you're able to kind of blend. If you did get it a little bright, what I like to call blush happy, if you get it a little bright, it's okay, because then I can use the foundation to blend that a little bit. So taking my blush, and I feel this right at the apples of my cheeks. Okay. Now I want to back up by saying there's redness here that I'm going to cover. This is when you have the option, once you have airbrush down, where you can kind of pick and choose your steps, and that way you figure out what's going to work best for you. If you're new to Luminesse and new to airbrushing, I just want you to get the foundation down, just get that starter kit down, because once you perfect the movement, the pulling back of the trigger, the distance, once you perfect that, then everything else is easy breezy, lemon squeezy. All right. So taking the blush, aiming it here, I can feel the air here to here, and I'm going to move it back like that. Now I start my movement before pulling back on the trigger. So I start this. And then pull back. Now, even though this is blush, it has a pigment and it's giving me coverage. So I won't be able to see some of the red, even though I'm going to be pink. I won't, some of that redness that I want to cover, I will be hiding already. So I'm actually going to do a little bit more to show you what will happen if you do get it blush happy. All right, so add, I think, like 1 or 2 more drops. Right there on the apples of my cheeks. And I'm going to let that bloom. So with the blush, when applying the blush, you're getting it right to that point. So I'm going to get it right to the point that I love it and stop. Okay? Because of the fact it's going to come out. All right? So now I'm going to take the lighter of my 2 shades, shaking it up. Oh, this one I know I'm going to have to, still haven't rinsed out these caps yet. Putting the lighter of my shades in here. And I'm going to get started. Now, with this, because I'm just using the foundation, like what's in the starter kit, I am going to start my coverage here. So I'll do a little bit on my lids, because those are areas that I like to cover underneath my eyes. There. And then I can make my pass. So notice that I'm not racing to make my pass. I'm just going in there and making one pass. Deborah, look at the blush bloom. And now it's great because it's blending in. It's not going to be as bright as it was. I'm going to do a little bit more to get the coverage that I want. And underneath the eyes, I'm very self-conscious underneath the eyes. I don't want to show wrinkles and crinkles. So make sure that I start my movement, and as soon as I can feel the coolness of the makeup, I start moving. So you'll have some overlap, but you'll never like sit in that area and go over it twice. You'll definitely want to keep it moving. Here. All right, so done with the lighter shade. Now I'm going to go into the darker shade. Shaking it up. And I'll put my drops in here, and I'm going to use this to give me a little, basically to contour, but it's only one shade darker, so it's not going to be a big difference, but at least it's going to show some dimension on my face. How do I use the bronzer X out and other similar products? Cynthia asked. So a lot of different ways. Cynthia, one thing, hold on, let me put this lid back on. With the bronzer, is it the matte bronzer or the metallic bronzer? Number one, because that's a little factor. X out, you're going to use, that is mainly for under eye circles. And so use that as your pre-coverage, so you can use it underneath the eyes and anything else you would like to cover. You're using just drops, like probably 2 or 3 drops. And then after using the X out, then you'll do the foundation on over it. If you have I'm guessing you have the bronze shimmer. The bronze shimmer, make sure you shake that up because it is going to be a little bit on the, it's a thicker pigment. So shake it up, and then again, using drops at a time, you can use it on your cheeks, use it kind of as a blush contour. It's beautiful on the eyes. It's stunning on the eyes. As an eyeshadow, and if I have it, I will use it. And then you can even, and this is the great thing, use it on the lips. The bronze shimmer on the lips is really pretty. Let me see if I can find it. And I organized everything. I haven't labeled everything. That's my problem. That's that. I don't think I have. What is this one? That's amber. And I have rose gold, but I don't have the bronze shimmer. I think I have that at my house. This is, yep. I will look at getting one so I can show you how to use it. And I'll use that on the 2 o'clock because it really is a beautiful, beautiful pigment. Actually, I could show you. The amber luminizer is similar, except it's more of an amber color than the bronzy color. So maybe I can use this instead. But I'm going to show you real quick. You can even mix a drop of that metallic bronzer in with your foundation, like just one drop. That looks stunning. All right, so now I have my darker foundation shade, and I'm going to go in and do it right underneath the blush, down my neck. I can even do a little bit on either side of my nose, temples. So just to give a little bit more texture, a little bit more shape to my face. So if you're new to contouring and we're like, I don't know about it, just do a contour that's 2 shades darker than your regular skin tone. All right, shaking this up again. This is Amber Luminizer. And this one is beautiful too. I love it. All right, so now this is the Amber Luminizer. I'm going to use it on my eyes. You can do the same thing with the bronze shimmer. This is a beautiful eyeshadow color. So I'm going to go in. Oh, that one always gives me the shivers. Look at that color. Oh, love it. So because I'm doing my eyes, I'm coming in a little bit closer. So it's a little more precise when you come in closer. And look at that color. Again, Amber Luminizer. I just love it. Isn't that pretty? You can even use it on your lips and put a lip finisher on top. So if I did a little bit like that, I can go in with I'm using the blush. And that ties, that can tie those together. I'm now going to take the Nude and Naughty palette, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to put a medium neutral color right in the crease. And I'm using a traditional eyeshadow. So I tell y'all this all the time. It's not all or nothing when you're airbrushing. So you can kind of mix them together. So taking that medium color, and I'm just going to blend that in the crease. And see how that softens that look a little bit, where it's not so, like, it doesn't have that hard stop there. I'm going to use my finger to kind of blend it out just a little bit more. I wanted it a little bit lighter, but that works. And there you go. Woo! What do you guys think? Love it? Love it. And you can even use it on your cheek. Did I blow it out already? I'm afraid if I use it on my cheeks, it's going to be way too much because I already have blush on. But I mean, that is how, hey, Shauna, that is how the bronze shimmer will work as well. Obviously, it's a different color, but it shows up like that amber, and that amber is gorgeous. I love it. Again, drop it in, you can, with the bronze shimmer, you can drop in some, in your foundation, and it just tweaks the foundation just a little bit. Yes, Cynthia, you can use the bronzer the same way. Yes, ma'am. All right, now I'm using Love, which is our hydrating illuminator. So it's going to give your skin a little bit of luminosity, not as shiny as our luminizers. It's just going to grab light very, very subtle. It's very subtle. I'm going to do that right at the high point of my cheeks. And then I can do it also down my nose. But look at that. See how it's just going, can y'all see it on camera? But it just grabs it just a little bit. I can even use it as a brow highlight just to finish that look. So there you go. Guys, really, it is so easy, but you have to practice. We tell you that from the beginning, that it does take some practice. This is a new way of putting on makeup for you. And so, it's going to take some practice. I guarantee you weren't an expert the first time you did traditional makeup. So just practice. Have fun with it. It is makeup. It should make you feel better, not stress out or, oh, I'm worried if I can't. If you totally mess up, wash it off. But usually with airbrush makeup, with Luminous, it's so easy to correct what you're doing that I mean, I could say safely in the 20 plus years I've been doing this, I probably have taken off my makeup only one handful of times. That's it. That's it. So there's so many ways to fix or to correct what you're doing because of how it goes on, and it goes on so light. It's going to dry instantly. It's not going to settle into wrinkles and crinkles. But know that you are putting it on a different way. So that's why these steps are so important, that you are following through on these and practicing this, because it does not go on like traditional makeup. If you're putting it on where you can see it, where it's sticky, where you get that opaque coverage right away, you're doing it like traditional makeup. And that's not how you airbrush. And so make sure that you're doing this. Practice on yourself. If you have somebody you can practice on, do somebody else's makeup so that way you get to see it. And then also practice on a paper towel or a piece of paper so you get to visually see it as well. But if you're doing these steps, you'll have it down in no time. So again, once you get your kit, just work on what's in the kit, and then we'll work on what steps we need to get that perfect flawless look for you. All right. Like whatever tweaks that we need to do, the pre-coverage stuff or whatever. So, Cynthia, that's not wrong, baby. That's not wrong. Cynthia says, I know I've been doing it wrong. I put my blush on after the foundation. That is an option. You can do it. I just tell you that sometimes when you're first starting out, because that blush is so, if you've used it, you know, it does bloom. And so I suggest putting it on, because I like a softer blush. And so I put the blush on first and then I airbrush over it. And so that way, even if I did get blush happy and my blush is too strong, if I do the foundation over it, then it blends it away. Renee, if you've seen her lives, you know that she loves blush. And so she likes the stronger blush. So she would put it on after her foundation. So that's the perfect thing about Luminous, is there's really no wrong way of what order you go in. As long as you're keeping up with those 4 steps and it's dry as soon as you put it on and all of that, then it's perfect. Then you got it. Okay. All right. Yay. Guys, I will be with you for the rest of the afternoon. So I'll be with you at the 2 and the 4. So please come back and see me and we'll just have some more fun today. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.